country of Armenia and Azerbaijan are committing to stop all fighting forever, open up commerce, travel, and diplomatic relations, and respect each other's sovereignty and
Some of the most dangerous developments in geopolitics occurs very quietly. The masses look out for what is loud and proud. Those more informed look for the subtle but deadly. Today I cover one such news piece. Strap in, because what seems like a unifying peace-bringing deal may have hidden beneath the surface deadly ramifications for the nations of the region. Like a viper hiding in tall grass, unseen but certainly not safe to approach. But worry not, News Baba has you covered. We have a lawnmower or a machete, to cut through the aforementioned metaphoric grass. So the viper is visible. Anyway, let's just start with the news. Sorry. What actually happened first? First, a map of the region. Not that map on my background, but this one. Welcome to the Caucasus. This is a region in the space between Turkey, Russia, and Iran. In this middle ground between these regional powers sits three smaller countries: Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. The two A countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, are the topic of today's video and this interesting, indeed, news piece. Their geopolitical alignment with the West or the global South, how they align with their three, neighboring powers, the regional powers. We'll get to all of that in a future video if you're interested. For today, what you need to know is that Azerbaijan is split. Hopefully, I've got an updated map here showing you. Similar to Russia with Kaliningrad, their exclave, which is, sort of removed from the Russian mainland. You can't really reach it through Russia. You have to go through other countries. Bit weird. But Azerbaijan, same situation, has a bit of territory disconnected from the rest of it. This is the Nakhchivan exclave. Now, Azerbaijan and Armenia, these two countries that have essentially been at war for 35 years, are suddenly shaking hands at the White House. A peace deal brokered by self-styled Nobel Peace Laureate or candidate Gilderoy Lockhart. Donald Trump. Sorry, that was a Harry Potter joke. Trump a lot. Reminds me a lot of Gilderoy Lockhart. Very showy, very flashy, but underneath. Anyway, this isn't just about, I should say, ending conflict. It's about reshaping the entire region's power balance, but very subtly. Very subtly, only a few get a whiff. Right? Armenia, you see, and Azerbaijan just signed a peace deal that creates something called are you ready for this? It's called the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity. MashaAllah, brother. Wow, so beautiful. International. Of course, named after Trump. His towers are named after him. His stakes, his university. Is shortened, the Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity, TRIP. It's a strip of land that allows Azerbaijan to go through Armenia with Armenia's permission to reach their exclave directly. They can establish trade, movement of citizens, whatever, all kinds of great stuff, right? Locally, this was called the Zangezur Corridor. Sounds a lot more Caucasian to me at this point than TRIP. But it was not in use. That's part of the dispute between Armenia and Azerbaijan, that they have these geographic tensions, right? Territorial tensions. And that's what peacemaker Trump supposedly solved, right? Oh, he's just amazing, this guy. Wait, guys, can we please hurry the peace prize this way? Quick! This 43-kilometer corridor through Armenia will connect Azerbaijan to its isolated Nakhchivan exclave now, bypassing Turkey and Iran completely, which are the two countries that the Nakhchivan exclave historically had to rely on for connectivity to the rest of Azerbaijan. So you'd have to go from Nakhchivan exclave into Turkey or into Iran and go round into Azerbaijan. For decades, Russia, the other regional power in the region, played a mediator role in this, dispute, in the tensions between these two A countries. Both Armenia and Azerbaijan have jointly now requested that the mediation efforts led by Russia be closed, the Minsk group. It's no longer needed. Trump fixed it. Trump fixed us. He's just, it's so amazing. Isn't he amazing? Russia seems to have let their influence on this one, though, go. They've publicly, cautiously expressed positive sentiment for for these two smaller neighbors making up, essentially, But Russia has said, on the condition, we're supportive of this for regional peace and stability and prosperity, on the condition outside forces are not given a pinky toe, a foothold here, right? We'll get to that more in a bit. That's very important. That's the viper in the grass. Now, what does Turkey think of all this? This is the second of the three regional powers. Turkey, they too, like Russia, have welcomed the development, likely expecting boosted economic and trade prosperity based on Turkey's eastern border. Sorry, my syntax messed up there. But one take. Come on. I'm only human, guys. So Turkey is expressing positive sentiment because on the eastern border of Turkey is where Armenia, Azerbaijan, the Caucasus are. They want that place to be peaceful, to be prosperous, for trade to flourish there, because then it indirectly benefits Turkey or Turkey. And the final of the three powers, we've covered Russia, they're okay. We've covered Turkey, they're okay. Iran. Now we come to the really interesting part of the story. The final regional power, Iran, is furious because this corridor is a potential threat. Western powers ain't telling you about this one, are they? Western news outlets aren't telling you about this one. Come, Sonny. I'll explain. I don't know what accent this is, by the way. Maybe some sort of Texan accent. How is Iran? Why is Iran upset about this? I've left, you see, the juiciest detail of trip to the end here. This corridor, agreed by Azerbaijan and Armenia, this corridor that connects the Azerbaijan territory of Nakhchivan to the mainland, as it were, this corridor will be leased. It will be given, like Hong Kong to the Brits, right? It will be leased for exclusive economic development, not military, exclusive economic development for 99 years to the United States of America. The Caucasus have 99 problems, but for 99 years, this corridor ownership ain't one. It's America's problem. America, exclusive economic control of this corridor. Bro, that's like feeling safe and in charge, and then suddenly, Littlefinger's got a knife at your throat, whispering soft nothings in your ear like, I did warn you not to trust me. Guys, 99 years is a long time. And this corridor is just a few kilometers from the Iranian border. So that's where the little finger analogy comes in, right? Ned Stark is Iran, right? It's very plausible, according to many analysts. Fewer in the West, more in the East. Not me, I'm not... No, I'm kidding. It's very plausible, according to many analysts, especially Eastern and especially Iranian ones, that the US would be suspected of using, at some point during its 99 years, using this exclusive control of this strip of land in the Caucasus to establish some dormant military sleeper cell type things. Something that could threaten Iran if needed, if the need should ever arise. And the US will have that knife, that viper in the grass ready, sitting between Russia and Iran, and Turkey is just there. The US is just there. Here we arrive at the quiet little bit of detail that will be glossed over. So this is why geopolitics is so interesting to me. There's so much going on that is so interesting, and it answers so many questions. People just don't know about it. Lots of people care about it, by the way. They just aren't told about it because social media tells you need to care more about singing, women, dancing, whatever. I don't even know what the algorithm pushes now because I'm not in that ecosystem. But, music and women, big deal always, pretty much. But, celebrity gossip, all kinds of nonsense stuff. I know you're interested in this. So help me push this stuff to more people. That was a smooth segue into a call to action, wasn't it? Help me by letting me know where you're watching from, by dropping some other comments, dropping some supportive likes and bookmarks and shares, because I really do want more people to be interested in geopolitics and pull them into this community that we're building. Okay, anyway. The quiet part that we've glossed, the rest of the world has glossed over, but we have not. Let's talk about it. We've already talked about it. You might be telling your mates, now that you know about what's going on here, you might be telling your mates, okay, look, America just leased it for 99 years, right? What do you think they're going to do? Only economic stuff? Do you know America? Do you know? This is the country that has more, whose external foreign military bases have brighter futures than your dreams. Like, they are military base numero uno, right? But don't speak Spanish too much because certain parts of America will get upset. They'll say speak in English. So yeah, if you at some point in the next few months, in the next few years, if anything happens here, because America controls this corridor, you can tell your mates. Didn't I tell you all those years ago? Because I heard it from News Baba, I heard it from Mahfouz, that America's got this economic corridor now, and it's an economic corridor, but it's not just America, by the way. I'm not being anti-American. Loads of countries would take this economic corridor and establish potential use as a military, outpost, as a military launch pad, especially if they have hostile or potentially hostile nations around it, like Russia and Iran. These aren't, America-friendly nations. And if Turkey flips on NATO at some point, goes on an absolute mad one, remember suddenly that it's a Muslim state, then America's now got basically a base in the middle of all three of these guys. Oh, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. It's so interesting that people aren't talking about this for that element. They're just talking about Armenia and Azerbaijan shaking their hands, flipping heck. Okay, anyway, the damn corridor that was supposed to be economic only. Imagine one day you find out America's got drone caches or CIA agent launch pads, or they've lent it to another country in the region. I wonder, another Western outpost in the region. What country could I be talking about? The small hats. I do like a small hat now and again. Those cute little caps that you can just, like baseball caps, but little ones that, like cartoony. You can just, perch on your hair. It's not an actual cap. It's a small hat. I do like the occasional cartoony small hat. Now, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, America potentially, analytically speaking, I'm not saying this is likely to happen or this is definitely going to happen, but analytically, America having access to this corridor north of Iran, just a few kilometers, reportedly, from the Iranian border, is like a viper waiting in the grass. And what's Armenia or Azerbaijan going to do against great power America if it's later revealed that they were using it for anything other than economic prosperity for that corridor? Oh, sorry, flipping Azerbaijan. Did I, harm, did I mess with your sensibilities by using this for some reason other than what reason I stated publicly? What are you going to do? This is the concern and the framing of the Iranian state, which is why Iran is less than happy at this development and skeptical of America's intentions here in the mid to long term. Is it peace the Americans truly seek, or are they preparing on Iran's northern doorstep for war? Time will tell, as it always does, and I'll be here to report to you the news and the analysis, unbiased and without the Western spin. A final footnote, even though it is important. Trump is a deal maker. And, some of his deals, many would say, are terrible for America. But remember, he's got an objective. He's got an intention. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, well, then it's not that he was a bad deal maker. It's just that his theories were horrible in terms of, reindustrialization and making America more isolationist and protectionist. That's just a, trajectory he's on. But in terms of deal making, this is not a bad one. It's not, because America gets that strip of land, which I just talked about, very high value potentially in the mid to long term, but also, and this shouldn't have been a footnote, so sorry, but economically, immediately, America benefits. If they get exclusive economic development rights, any benefit to Armenia, Azerbaijan, the Nakhchivan exclave in terms of trade and movement, America can facilitate that and, to extract money for America. It's very small in terms of economic wins because America is huge, and this is the Caucasus. It's nothing compared to America. It's like probably Los Angeles makes more in terms of GDP than Armenia. Probably. I've just made that up. But look it up. It might be not too far off the truth. So it's not a huge economic win for America because America's so huge economically. But it's still an economic win. Immediately, America starts benefiting from, the revenue from being the middleman who facilitates trade between these two regions, Azerbaijan main and Nakhchivan exclave. Anyway, for the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Mahfouz, and I'll see you on the next one.